can you tell me what happened that day? I understand it was an ambush on a convoy, and you guys essentially roared into the rescue.
Right. Well, we were shadowing a convoy that day on March 20th. I was in the middle vehicle. My squad leader, Staff Sergeant 9, was in the lead vehicle. He came over the radio and said that the convoy had apparently come under attack. So we moved to contact, putting ourselves between the convoy and the actual insurgents, and started laying down suppressive fire. Our gunners with their crew-served weapons mounted on top of our Humvees. We made a right turn down a road to flank the enemy. Came to a stop approximately 200 meters down that road. Staff Sergeant 9 dismounted the vehicle. As soon as he came to a stop, and when I saw him do that, I was right there with him. We ran to a berm on the right-hand side of the road where we had come to a stop, and immediately started laying down suppressive fire with our M4 rifles and my M203 grenade launcher. The insurgents were firing upon us the whole entire time. This firefight lasted approximately 30 minutes, maybe a little bit longer. One of our gunners, Specialist Cooper, told us that there was an insurgent that was firing to our backside, who had apparently, this was the guy that had taken out Sergeant Rivera, Specialist Mack, and Specialist Haynes, and we had no idea that he was there. Staff Sergeant 9 immediately ran to the berm that the insurgent was firing upon us at, and he threw a grenade, and immediately the insurgent stopped. I don't know if he was killed at that time or if he fell off, but he stopped shooting. He then, Staff Sergeant 9 then ran back to the berm where I was at in my position. We had heard from Specialist Poulin that Sergeant Rivera, Specialist Mack, and Specialist Haynes had been injured at that time, but we could not help them at that time. We were still being fired upon by the insurgents. I informed Staff Sergeant 9. Go ahead.
I was going to say, you describe it so clearly. There must have been chaos going through your heads. A 30-minute firefight is a really long time.
Yes, it is. It doesn't really seem like that long when you're involved in something like that. It really flies by. But it was an adrenaline rush. You didn't have time to think, to be scared or what to think. You just had to get the job done. You had people firing upon you, and it was basically you or them.
Now, if I could just ask, is it Sergeant 9? What was going through your head?
He's not actually on right here. He's standing here with me, but he doesn't have the.
Oh, he's sitting there with you. Okay. Well,
right.
What I was wondering is, naturally, this is a big thing for National Guardsmen that you guys fought through something like this. But also, there's been a lot of attention about women in combat. So you've essentially become a poster girl for women in combat. How do you feel about that?
I'm just another soldier doing his or her job. We're all equal. There's no difference in gender here. I mean, in the MP Corps, we're all doing each other's jobs, the same jobs. There's no difference. We have female squad leaders, female team leaders, female gunners, female drivers. It's all the same job. We're all soldiers in the United States Army.
Well, you did more than the ordinary on that day. How does it feel getting this award?
It's an honor. It's an honor just to be considered for the Silver Star. It's a very prestigious award, and not too many soldiers receive it. So I mean, it's an honor to have received this award.
Are you getting a bit of ribbing for all the attention? I mean, from your fellow soldiers?
Not really. It's kind of bad to say, but we're almost tired of it. It's been a long 3 months, so I'd like to just get back on with our jobs here, and then get back home to our friends and family.
Now tell me, back home, I understand you are a manager at a shoe store. Which shoe store?
Shoe Carnival in Nashville, Tennessee.
Now, how does it get to feel going from this firefights in Iraq to that?
It's going to be very different. It's going to be a very big culture change, but I think it'll be okay. I think I can handle it. If I think I can handle this, I pretty much think I can handle anything.
Now tell me, you said all of you guys are equal, doing the same jobs. How do you respond to people who say women shouldn't be in combat positions?
We're doing the same jobs that the men are, with the exception of combat arms. That's the only one that women are not allowed to be in. But we're doing the jobs, just as well. So, I mean, that just proves that that we're all equal and we all can do the same jobs.
Do you think you should be able to
do the same jobs?
Yeah. Do you think combat arms should also be open to women?
I'm really not at liberty to discuss this over my head.
Oh yeah, I understand. How about is there such a thing as a non-combat position in Iraq?
There's several different positions here where you don't go outside of the wire, but every day each soldier on each base or camp takes the risk of getting injured from indirect fire coming into the base. So I mean, we're all at risk of getting hurt over here.
Well, tell me, so from here, how do you think this has changed you?
From my perspective, seeing not only this firefight, but just being over here every day and seeing the differences of the way the Iraqi people and the way citizens of the United States go through their daily lives, it's very different. It's an eye-opener for me. We take a lot of things for granted back home, and I see that every day.
Well, tell me, the couple things that we've all been through here when we get caught under fire or see some pretty harrowing and bloody stuff like you did that day, you end up thinking about it again. What do you remember most from that day? Is it the fact that you killed an insurgent? What sticks in your mind?
Basically, it's that. It's just the actions. I think about it every day. Just the actions and the play-by-play, how it happened, and the pictures that are stuck in my mind about what I saw that day. My fellow soldiers laying there bleeding and me trying to give them aid and get them to the hospital, medevaced out on a helicopter. But mainly that I'm just glad that we're all here still to talk about it.
That must have been the hardest part, not being able to get to them and knowing they couldn't move.
Right. It was difficult, but at that time, I knew that they were injured, but we still had people firing upon us. And Specialist Mike, he was down there. He was the medic, and he really couldn't tend to them as much as he wanted to because he had to lay down suppressive fire instead. Or without doing that, he wouldn't have been able to help them after it was all over.
I guess that leads me to the question of when you were firing on people, did you think about what you were doing in terms of, this is going to kill somebody?
I guess you could say yes, but I really didn't have feelings of whether I felt good or bad about it. It was either me or them. So, that choice is, I wasn't going to choose the latter.
Absolutely. Well, congratulations on the award, and congratulations to your whole unit. And it was a real honor to speak to you.
Thank you.